So let's now move to the Aberration tab, and by default every type of aberration in this tab is disabled. So we have bloom, color cast, vignette, astigmatism, spherical aberration and chromatic aberration, and none of these controls are being processed. So let's begin with a 3D chromatic aberration, and let's enable this. And nothing's gonna happen because first we need to increase the dispersion, but before we do any of that, let's preview the aberration. And what this is going to preview is the colors for both fields. So right now the colors are compressed because the BG and FG here are at 0, but as soon as we open the fields and we place these values, you're going to see these colors in these columns here to appear. So if we read this, so this is the aberration fields position controls. So you can, for example, fine-tune the center, and by center I mean the focus plane circle of confusion. So if we get this into 0 again, you're going to see that whatever you place the focal point, the aberration fields are gonna follow. Not only the 3D bokeh is gonna follow, but also the aberrations and any other control in the node. So let's say you're focusing the image in there. So if you go back to these controls, you have 6 colors that you can spread in space to define your aberration. At this moment both fields are compressed in a very defined frontier, so you need to open those, and you have to type a small number here and a similar one in there or not. But you begin to see that now you're focusing in this area, and this is the foreground field and the blue one is the background field. If you were to go to the other side, you are reversing the fields. So that's why you have to pay attention to these readings in here. So background aberration fields are the one on the top, and the foreground aberration fields are the one on the bottom. So the same way as the BG field is on top and foreground field is on bottom for the 3D bokeh tab, the same is gonna happen in the 3D aberration fields. So you can see already the colors being spread in space, and if you wanna decompress the values more, so okay, so this was reverse, and now they are in proper orientation, so you can adjust the distribution of your aberration across space. And as I said, this is always going to follow the focal point, and as I also said, the aberration and the bokeh are dynamic, so this is also going to change if the camera moves or if the lens rack focus. Everything is going to be updated automatically in ZOpticals, and you don't need to worry about it. So let's say I want to change this green in the foreground field, so I can go to the extreme here of number 3. So number 1 is very close to the focus point, and the further we go in number to 2 and 3, we begin to hit the extremes. So if we want to make the green a different color, I go to the foreground field in here, and I can change this color by some other color. So I can do something like this, and maybe increase the red or something that you want to do. Also, because usually in the lenses things get more neutral towards the circle of confusion or focus area, you can make these fields more desaturated. So we can grab these fields and lower the saturation. So now that we kind of have designed our map by adjusting these values, I also want you to know that you can actually sample these colors. So you have these pickers here, you can sample on-set data captures that you can use from real lenses. So let's say, for example, that this is a lens data capture that you want to use. So if you increase the saturation here a little bit, maybe a little bit more. So maybe you want to sample this magenta for the background field. So let's say you want to sample that, and then you want to sample this one, or maybe the one that is further away. You want to sample that color, and then you want to sample this color over here for the mid part, and the part very close is gonna be this one over here. And you want to do the same for the foreground field. You're gonna sample this one over here and this one over here. So now we have kind of roughly the aberrations that define this lens. So let's now readjust our aberration for our full CG shot here, and let's see how this is going to aberrate this CG image, because it's possible that we are going to need to increase the value so the aberration pops up. So I'm going to show you that now.